Okay, it's Friday night, and that means it's time to try another whiskey. I'm still on whiskeys from the summer spirits release at BC liquor stores, which I made purchases on the 10th of July. And now we're coming to the end of August, and by the time you see this, it will be sometime in September. And that's because I record videos a week or two in advance. And so if you make a comment on something I say in this video, I will have probably forgotten what I'd said and have to go back to see what it is that I said and what's being commented upon. I'm reminded of one where I said that I tasted blackberry flavored lifesavers in a 21-year-old redbreast, and that was in a sample that I tried like more than half a year ago, and somebody mentioned that when I came back to a whole bottle and tried it again and said, well, you mean like blackberries? I go, what? And I said, well, it's real complex, so I bet you there's some blackberries in there, but I don't remember because it's been 2 weeks since I made this video. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go on with what I have tonight. This is one of those releases from 40 Creek. It's called Foxheart. It's bottled at 40% alcohol by volume, and there's a bunch of writing on here, so I'm going to read what it says on there after I pour myself a dram, and then we'll find out what they say about it, and then I'll taste it and nose it and taste it and all that. And this already looks like it doesn't have any perforated part where you can just peel it right off. So I have to go with a knife, and I have to attack this plastic wrapping that wraps the cork and wraps the neck of the bottle. And come on, you. Well, that's most of it right there. So that should help me get at the cork. Oh, it's a tight one. Is it synthetic? I think it's synthetic. Synthetic ones always seem to be a little bit more tighter than natural corks. Yep, it's one of those synthetics. So here we go. This is the Foxheart from 40 Creek. Interesting history on the 40 Creek distillery. Back when I was a kid, back in the 70s, my dad was drinking some stuff called Reader Eau de Vie, and it came in a bottle that was square, and it was a little taller than this bottle, and it was a square bottle, and it was a clear bottle. It was square, and at the top, of course, it abruptly went narrower, and then there was a little pouring, a little neck, but the rest of the bottle was, it came out and then went straight, and it was square in plan view. And they made stuff like Kirsch and Eau de Vie and I don't know what else. It was like fruit-based stuff. And when John Hall, I think his name was John Hall. I know his last name was Hall for sure. When he purchased that distillery and started Shelter Point, not Shelter Point. Gosh, where am I? 40 Creek. I'm going to shut up now before I say anything else that's completely wrong. Oh, fine print here. Oh, what's it say on this side here? 40 Creek Foxheart, premium whiskey infused with aged Caribbean rum. Ah. Established 1992, Niagara, Canada. Foxheart, champion wire fox terrier. Okay. So this is named after a dog. Small batch, 750 mils, 40% alcohol by volume. And here we go, all the fine print. the best of the best. That's where the passion for lies for 40 Creek master blender Bill Ashburn. For decades, he's crafted world-renowned whiskeys. With this latest expression, Bill has created something worthy of this other great passion, World Championship Dog Breeding. Foxheart, the name that's also home to his world champion dogs, imbues a life spent delivering the extraordinary. Here, his most innovative expression yet brings together the finest Canadian whiskey with an infusion of premium 12-year-old Caribbean rum to deliver an exceptionally well-rounded taste of oak, spice, and fruit. Bill is proud that his latest, his best, lives up to the name. Best enjoyed neat or on ice. Oh, okay. I'm going to try it neat. So this is one of those, it looks like you're talking about infused with rum. So that means that they're taking advantage of that 1/11th or 1/9th, that 10% thing where you can add something else to a Canadian whiskey and still call it Canadian whiskey. So it's Canadian whiskey blended with rum. What did this cost? 40 Creek Foxheart, $41.99. So $42. $2.10 goods and services tax plus $4.20 BC liquor tax plus 10-cent bottle deposit plus $41.99. $48.39 out the door. That's what we got here. 48, almost $50. Let's see if it was worth the punt. It says best of the best at 750 mils, 40% alcohol by volume. Okay. It's reminding me right away of something very sweet. I get that typical Canadian maple sugary, but I think some of the sugariness is coming from the 12-year-old rum. There's no age statement on this, so I don't know how old the Canadian whiskey is that's in here. But it could be something like their copper pot or double barrel reserve or something like that with some rum in it. It's got quite a punchy nose. It's a strong nose. It's nothing subtle about it. For 40%, it really has vapors. And right away, the sweetness, I think it's sweetness mostly from the rum that's infused in there. That sweetness is I'm not the biggest fan of rum. I'm definitely not. I didn't even know this had rum in it until reading the label now. I tend to buy things just to try them, and I don't know what they are until I actually get down to opening and trying them out. Okay. Yeah, mostly sweet. I get the feeling that the rum covers up the the corn. Well, there's a little bit of a corn sweetness note, but the rum covers that up. And if there's any rye in this Canadian whiskey, that's covered up by the rum too. Yeah, it's giving me a maple syrup kind of component to the nose, and rum and sweetness. Sweetness from the sugar, from the rum. Okay, well, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and try this. I'm almost scared to do that. This is not what I expected at all. Okay. Yeah, that's quite sweet. If you like things sweet, if you like rum, and if you like rum in your Canadian whiskey, this may be the thing for you. You say the best of the best on the label? I think it needs to be helped along a little bit, don't you? Let's give it some peat. Just a bit. It's another one of those whiskeys for mixing. Now let's see if that cuts it. Oh, so much better. This is definitely made for mixing. And look, it's quite viscous now. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite viscous. We got a few legs there. Some legs that it can stand on. Yeah. No, this is okay. This is all right. That's just what the sweetness needed. Some balance. Cheers.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.